It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll get a look here at Matt Breida. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. This should be a good one to watch. And it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
Cougar 19, set. Check, Bobcat, set, hey.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Ready?
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
Now Darnold. And his throw here's incomplete. You talk about this Giant defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Darnold. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Darnold. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Terry. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
No! Hawk 70.
The play fake, and it's Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Martinez. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
That'll be caught by Bobo. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Here's Darnold. That is caught. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 14. That gain on third down, good for 28.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
On the ground, it's the rookie running back out of Miami. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked on with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. We'll see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. Here's Darnold. Over the middle, complete. It's Terry. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the opening drive of the game yields 3. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. Second and 10. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. Able to slither by. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 3rd and 2. Now it's Wilson. A short throw pulled in by Bellinger. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Trap 60, trap 60. Let's go. Go.
Back to throw, Darnold. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all. That's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10. Tracy going to get it on first down. The strong run, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now it's Darnold. Open man, there's Bobo. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 3rd down and 1. Darnold now to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Here we go, here we go.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. He's still on his feet.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
They'll hand it to Tracy. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. As they've got it as we resume action. On to give, it's Tracy. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Martinez. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Throwing on 2nd down. Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Back to throw here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
And this one is right down the middle. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Jameer Gibbs and the rest of the offense heading back out. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals. They'll start with a run by Tracy. Good footwork at the 30. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. In motion, Slayton. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big fella go. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Darnold from the gun. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, as they're down to the 29-yard line. Running left is Walker to the 27-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a fourth down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now here we go on fourth. Darnold. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Wilson. This complete to David Bell. Pushing his way through. Whoa. It still won't go down. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now it's Wilson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Now a 2nd and 10. In motion, Slayton. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And the Giants are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now it's Tracy, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The home team's offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Oh, and that is incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
60 Bobcats, Mustang 19. Dragon 60.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
79 Bronco. Check smash. Check smash. Big Lion. Go check. Go check. Go.
Now they snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Here we go. Trap 60. Trap 60. Ready?
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got it. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on first and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will shave one more off this lead. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Here's Wilson.
A short throw pulled in by Bellinger.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Throwing again here, Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Here's Wilson.
That went out wide and intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it.
And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
70 range.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Ready?
Going right back to Smith and Jigba.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Second down and 4.
Check. Warrior 70. Go! Check go.
Now Darnold. That'll be caught by Bobo.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Darnold to throw again. And that nearly intercepted. And the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
Stop low 18. Go.
Here's Darnold. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another throw that could have been intercepted. Part of this, you credit the defense. They've been really stingy. But he's also made some really questionable throws, and that's another one right there.
Let's go now. Ready?
To throw is Darnold. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll start by zooming out to Santa Clara. Arizona in town to face San Francisco, and it's the Niners who have the lead as those two teams play the second quarter. The 49ers locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we'll make the trek east to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And as you see, they were losers back on Thursday night. Troy Franklin, a touchdown catch in the victory. Lastly, we head to Southern California to check on the Rams at home at SoFi Stadium. And that game's gone to the half, all even at 10-10. In the first half, it was the Alabama man, Jahmyr Gibbs, who had it cooking. He was running with a purpose as he found the end zone 3 times in that first half. And that opposing defense had better come up with a scheme for slowing him down. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. The Giants offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. And as we roll through some of the highlights, we see how crucial he's been to their success in this one. When he's in this type of a groove and his offensive linemen are creating running lanes for him, he can really put on a show, and he's done so here. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically...
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And now a handoff to Charbonnet. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
In motion, the tight end. Walker now on 1st and 10. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Straight ahead, Walker. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Go.
Darnold. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Doug Costin in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Back to throw, Darnold. And his throw is incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Let's go now.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Darius Davis taking it in from 11 yards out. And his guys are going to retake the lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third-quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2.
Here we go.
Will line up for a 2-point conversion.
They're going to throw for the 2 with Darnold. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Possession of the football going back over to the Giants. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On the ground, here comes Tracy. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Now Wilson. That is caught. And he will have a Giants first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Now it's Wilson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. From the gun, it's Wilson. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Out route pass complete to Bellinger. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd down, here's Tracy. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights, and this game is tied. So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Darnold now to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Horton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
Check, hurt, hurt. Check, smash, check, smash.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
Ready, set. Cut 19, cut 19. Here we go, here we go. Trap 60, trap 60. Right there. Take over.
Now it's Darnold. Smith and Jigba with a grab. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
18, Pioneer. Riggs. Panther 11, 19, Lion.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Set. Warrior 70. Ready.
Here's Darnold. Open man, there's Bobo. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Trying the left side with Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Foye Oluokun finding his way to the ball for a stop, a tackle for loss. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
Go! Big Lion. Street. Street. Check, 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 check. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Check go.
Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Giants now down 34-31. 2:10 on the clock. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on 1st down. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. Here's 2nd down. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Wilson. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Here we go, set.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Oh, no, he lost the football. And down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Wilson to throw. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. Final minute, one timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Inside a minute to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Here's Tracy. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you've got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On the run is Tracy. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. One last shot for Wilson. This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that's going to tie the ball game at 34. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Well, 4 quarters couldn't decide things, so it's on to overtime here as the kick is away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here's the home side to take over on offense. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. We'll play only the 1 overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. Now Darnold. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Oh, Darnold loses it.
And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson.
He's got Bellinger.
Not much there, only a yard.
Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on second down. Another pass complete to Bellinger.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Straight ahead, here's Tracy.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Jets, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.